Hello everyone, we're back with more FF14. We are currently in Summerford Farms. We just helped out this man get his farmers back into place and looked into some kidnappers where we haven't found out everything about them, but we know that they're, you know, they're around. However, Severin, the captain's number one man, which I don't get how, since he's been, you know, a sack of shit apparently, has been doing some shady deals, and we're gonna go look into those deals. Some oranges have gone missing, and so has Severin. Alright. And look, there's a goblin camp here. Interesting. So these are goblins in Final Fantasy XIV. Players of FF11 should definitely remember this model, as this is very much a model that's first appeared in FF11. Got some more frats. There we go. Looks like he's up here, standing out in the open. Bloody elves! I'm up the street without a paddle. So for this one, they put the word doubt into orange, and then in the thing there, you gotta cast doubt by typing /doubt into your chat, and it questions him. What's this now? Still, I sent you for the oranges? Huh. So the old bugger had known all this time. Huh. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Wants me to go rescue his mates here. Hey look, there's a big Gubu there. Another level 12 one. I could probably defeat that now, actually. Hey look, it's all three of those guys that we had to save earlier. Dead. Bomb toss. That was also a common ability used in Final Fantasy XI by goblins. Oh, I owe you one. Wouldn't have gotten away myself if not for Seven shoving me aside. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Serpent sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he sold us down the river. Hey there, Goodman. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame, and I have no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Osine and send him my regards. I think he just didn't want to carry it back. You just here. Carry this. Alright, we got a sack of oranges. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. We're gonna go all the way down here. Look at these lost lambs. Vector, what do you think of the lost lambs? Oh, so yeah, Vector, you didn't have Dustox. I'm sorry you weren't able to catch your favorite Pokemon. Next time, though. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and as scheduled? Huh. This is a first time for everything. Alright. A burlap bag packed chock full of juicy, ripe Lanosian oranges. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen. I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stalewind's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Ah, throwing shade at him. Oh, that's right, guys. I don't know if you realize, but time of day is not tied to cutscene and whatnot. So most cutscenes in that in-game will actually take place at the time that you reach them. And as you can see, it is turning nighttime right now. Very pretty. On the road again. So, like I told you guys before with FF14 and most MMOs, the opening of FF14 is a little slow. Now, as far as expansions go, FF14 A Realm Reborn is probably the slowest point of the game, so it will pick up. Oh shit. Alright, well, looks like we're taking part in this fate. We did it! Alright. Moving on up. Okay. Back to Summerford Farms. Don't worry, guys. We are going to get away from this place eventually. Oh, where this game's gonna take us. There's a lot of cool areas, and I'll let you know some of my favorites when we get there. Sometimes one of my favorites is not even like all that spectacular looking. It's just the music is nice and tranquil, so something like that. I actually really like Libsala, but I like the music of there. In FF11, I really liked Sandoria because the fucking bagpipe music was so good. Back in one piece? That's a relief. How did you fare, apprentice? Payment for the sack of Lanasian oranges. This is what I was aiming for. Must be all I was owed. Alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but the sell is all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that 2-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Well, to be fair, he didn't leave them for dead. He did send us. Ah, shit, guys. Got the achievement, an axe to grind. We learned overpower, and we got our tank stance, which I'm going to toss over here. Okay, so overpower, I usually put on 5, I think. Alright, so Defiance is an ability. Significantly increases enmity generation. That's all it does. This is your tank stance, essentially. You get that cool buff right here in the middle of your screen. Here's our warrior image. At the middle of the screen thing's just for me, guys. That's where I like it to be, so it reminds me that it's actually on. Can't tell you how many times I've done a quest without having the... Oh, I gotta go talk to Gurkant. Without having that active. And Defiance is a new ability. Delivers an attack with a potency of 110 to all nearby units. And that's it. Fun fact, this skill used to be different. See, now it's a big circle around my character. Before, it used to be a cone in front of you. I actually found it a lot of fun trying to maneuver enemies so that you could get them all into the cone. I can tell you how many times. You can't tell me how many times. It's too many to count at this point. But I can tell you it has been a bit less than Nick. Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Yeah, the basic circle is much better. But I did have some fun with the cone. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet Rotwida knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. Okay, first, let's equip our new chest piece. So let's take a look at Miro here. Alright, so we got a hempen actin. Look at that. I kind of hate the way this looks, but you know what? Alright, we'll make do. Yeah, with some being conal, some being circle, you'd have to know which one it was and whatnot. What bigger issue was with some abilities conal, some circular, and it made it a pain to switch off between tanks? Yeah. The next issue was with tank stance. I mean, yeah, there were a lot. Okay, I think it was both, because there was a lot of times he should have had tank stance on and didn't, and then there was a lot of times where he just didn't have tank stance. All right, what else did we get? Did we get anything else? No, we didn't. Oh wait, guys, I forgot to show you. So right now I'm wearing Azima's earrings. These will get stronger as I get stronger. It says it's giving me 115 strength. I don't think that's the amount it's actually giving me. I think that is actually much lower, given that it's in yellow. I wish it would show you the value it's giving you when it's in yellow, but I suppose we're not doing that. These were the pre-order bonus for Dawn Trail, the newest expansion that's coming out. But I do have Baron earrings, Weathered earrings, Menfina's earrings, Aetheryte earrings, and Alamegan earrings. The reason I picked these ones is because they give you a set amount of stats, which are pretty good. But on top of that, they give you 30% EXP up to level 90, so... Also doing the final boss in greens, but I blame Pia for that. Who do you think you should trick into buying you Dawn Trail? Era. Do you think if you suck up enough to ISO? Maybe. I wouldn't though. ISO's just getting back on his feet after being out of work for a while, so... That gherkin's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the Aurochs who dwell there. Once you have 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Prefwall at Tiller's Rest. You'll know what to do. He just randomly buys you mains and get mad when you don't play them, then finds out they're single player. We're coming along nicely. We're level 10 already, guys. We've gotten 4 levels today, and we haven't only been playing for like an hour. Oh, you want to fucking go? All right. You want to go? All right. So that right there, that you see that clone attack he just did, that was the old overpower. So they still have the old version. Ask Omega Theory. There you go, dudes. So, dude, what do you think of the area we're in right now? Look at this bitch. Oops. Keep forgetting, I do not have the ranged attack yet. We're gonna have to kill 3 of these. Oh, by the way, look at the symbol above these guys' head. It's yellow with the 3 red arrows. That means that it is an aggressive. So these things will attack me, as you just saw. One of them aggroed. It means they are aggressive. Got 1,300 XP for that. Cecil right at ya. Hey, 10 gauge, welcome. Okay, messaging Omega. I'm preparing on one of his kids, and I need Dawn Trail. I said, dude, how do you like this area that we're in? Oh, you fuck. Also, why isn't your volume working right? How do you have so many problems with your computer? Like, every other day you have issues with your computer. If I go that way, this fuck will aggro me. But I think these guys aggro via sight. Oh, by the way, enemies have two styles of aggro in this game. They aggro via sight and they aggro via sound. Some of them have what's called true aggro as well, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Sight, enemies in front of them have like a sight line. Like if I'm right here and it aggroes, it'll see me and it'll aggro me. The vast majority of enemies in the game are aggroed via sight. There's a small minority though that aggro via sound, and I'll point them out when we get to them. And how you get by them is you just walk. True aggro enemies are enemies that even if you're hidden, will still aggro you. So some classes get the ability to hide so that they can't be aggroed via sight, while true sight ones will still be able to aggro you. You legit never knew there were sound enemies, Insane? Yeah, it's not a mechanic that's used ever, really, except for in Eureka and a little in Bosja. You know how you traded your Bellsprout after you evolved into Gloom? Well, Wagyu, the Poliwag, evolved into Bellsprout. I love it. Tengi, can you do me a favor? Can you link... Oh shit, I'm going to the wrong spot. Can you link your stream in the Discord when you go live in the promotions channel for me? I know it's rude to ask that, but I don't want to miss your stream, but at the same time, I tend to be busy at work when you start, or I'm playing like a dragon and focused on that. Gary said the Dell that you have and the one have a lot of issues, but he'll try to resolve them next month. Yeah, it's just strange, because usually, like, people don't usually have as many issues with the computer as you have over the course of many different computers. Rude as fuck to watch people's streams, but I want to jump into people's streams. Like Omega last night I was raiding and he wanted me to come watch something on his. He still hasn't sent me the video, dude, so can you remind him to do that if you're talking to him? There you go. Ah, even the weeds wither and die in the desolate dirt. Oh, hang on. It's called quite literally a steaming sack of shite. Oh, this is Piamet's favorite. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any of it in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, don't tell me that Garkant and Roswita neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Aurochs' lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled who about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you! Thank you! Alright, we can get bracelets. Alright, achievement, storyteller, what's up? Complete 10 unique quests. Look at that, we did it. Alright. So, let's go equip our new bracelet. Leather wristbands. It still crashes every day. He says it has something to do with it. Sure, you can do that. Usually don't link in other Discord as a rule, but you legit... Yeah, no, absolutely. I have no problems with people promoting themselves in my Discord. Most of the time, it's just a respectable thing for people to ask, but you get the honor. I asked you to do it directly. Look at that. And we all know that I'm super important, so... Peripheral needs stolen farm tools recovered. Confounded pirates! They know nothing of tilling, only killing! Stealing our shovels and to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hand that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself, but I hadn't sworn to Stillwind that I wouldn't fight no more. So, I need you to bring back our farm tools, and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. I don't know why I gave that guy a list, but I just felt like... It almost feels like the promotions channel is for that. Yeah. Almost. Look at these guys. Look at the mark they have over their head. These guys are definitely what we're looking for. Fun fact, they're not actually what we're looking for. No kidding. This guy was slow to start. Holy crap. Look at Reggie Gigas. No slacking. let's just do this. Overpower these bitches. That's another good thing about FF14. The vast majority of quests, when you kill something, it'll just give you the fucking item you're looking for. None of this, hey, I just killed a boar and I'm supposed to collect its fucking testicles, and yet it didn't have any. Or its eyes, in this case, because not all boars will have testicles. You get that, but when you started streaming, you found that most people from other Discords would just show up once and never again. Yeah, and it didn't feel worth the effort. Plus, that's why I kind of don't advertise in anyone's Discord anymore, because no one ever really shows up, and that's fine. And the general people that I do advertise on there through my bot are people that have been with the community for a long time. I wonder what the sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Without tools like these, the tillers who frequent Tiller's Rest would have a hard time tilling. Ah, good to see the tools back in the serviceable condition, which will be more than we can save Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a whole role in the theft. Spied him meet with the pirates in secret, I did. Couldn't care less if the Waster won't work. But when he consorts with cut purses and takes our tools away, he crossed the line. Stillwyn ought to know what sort of scallywag he's dealing with. Take word of it to him, would you? Alright. Back over to Stillwyn in Summerford Farms. And thank you. But yeah, I generally speaking, like, even Omega, he's my brother in real life, and even he asked permission to promote my stream, and I was like, yeah, well, you were given, but thank you for asking. I appreciate those. But like I said, I want to see what you're streaming when you're streaming when I have time to do so. And work was relatively quiet last night, so aside from me playing Like a Dragon, though last night I was raiding in WoW with some friends, so I probably wouldn't have been able to come for that. But you bought a billboard in rural Montana to advertise my stream? That would be sick. If anybody ever did that, that would be a dream come true. That's why he posted that picture in the Discord of me recently holding the potato. It's making off with our tools? Prayerful did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Serpent thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. Alright, we're gonna get another new weapon. This is called the Bronze Labris. Let's equip that. Alright, look at this guy here. Look at that, we got a double-headed axe now. Double-bladed? I've come to expect a great deal from you, lass, and you never once let me down. Yet, what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Alright, just desserts. Stillwyn has reason to believe that Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. It eases my mind to have you here. You're no doubt familiar with the scoundrel Severin by now. $700? Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Scapegrace. Since the letter came for him, he's been skulking about in the manner that he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when I last had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose it reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinwita at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Last night the chat was pretty quiet and allowed you to make good progress. You beat Lieutenant Surge and you got 49 Pokemon caught. Awesome. Rival bragging about 40 Pokemon made you laugh. How do you feel about your rival getting, or you killing your rival's Raticating Pokemon? Nothing that passes through these gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his ramble set out for the Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give them a cuff around the ears from me, will you? Saying, how often do you give someone a cuff around the ears? You want to kill your rival Scyther? 7. Alright. What Pokemon of his do you think he's gonna lose? You gotta pay attention to which one he no longer has when you find them in Lavender Town. Or after Lavender Town. Your rival, your name is Tenny G, and your rival is Genny T. I like it. Or is it Jenny T? You know what? One thing I've noticed in this game, though, and maybe you guys have too, is the fucking nighttime in this game seems to last way longer than daytime does. I don't know why it feels that way to me, but maybe it does to you guys as well. His Pokemon are always random except his starter. Oh, okay, so he never has the same ones. On SSN, he had both Mew and Mewtwo. Oh, good. That's reassuring. Oh, look, this guy. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay up a step ahead of Severin, so I was ready. But the others weren't so lucky. You gotta help them. Ah, so this is why this is here. See, there's no real reason to come over here, as far as I recall. So, some areas, I guess, are just for the story, which, you know, makes sense. My axe may well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Mewtwo isn't as busted and randomized with movesets and typings. He's usually weaker. Makes sense. Alright, so you got Severin up there, dealing with Tattooed Man, and Sozai Rarzai over here. We're gonna help out our little Lalafell friend here. Base stat total doesn't change, so he still has a lot of stats. Yeah. Severin might have gotten us into this mess, but I ain't about to give him his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fish back than be in that conniving bastard's debt. 2 arms! Alright. So this is going to level sync us to 13, but we're not at 13 yet, so... That's just the maximum level I'll let you be for it. It is a level 9 quest, though, so we're at 11. A true knave! You betray even yourself, Severin! We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Oh shit, look at that. Who's this fuck? O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble soul a soul, though that it may wake to life. shit, son. I should have hit him first before using it. Oh well. You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Oh, wow. How very threatening that was. Impossible! Never has the golem been so sorely tested. What can I say? Or Mira. That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Oh, the snake slithered away. I'm only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Aw shit, what's happening now? Going great so far, I think. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Lumin's factions. Whom then do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too nearly with the recent surge in Sahagan and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. We're making pretty good progress to the story. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louis Soir foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlene ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the remains to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlene seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today, the Maelstrom officially makes the Great Hole in the Sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow, but whence does it emanate? Lisong Grotto, perhaps? Louis Soir and Charlene make sense to me, instead of being random ass names. So, that was the first time we use our power. What have we here? Can you walk? And we will explain what our power is later. 'Tis I. Regrettably, no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Serpent here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem, of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not have hoped to control such a thing. So arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagan. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Serpent back to his place of employment. I dare say Sailor will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word of him of your preservation, but I'm certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray, pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Jistola. I am a naturalist of sorts, conveying the ether in the hopes that it might offer up some clues as to our predicament. Surveying, not conveying. I'd say I owe you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. There's a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms and I'll face the consequences. Dude, you almost got your friends killed. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until I pass next cross. Farewell. That's the He-Man. He has the power! Alright, I'm gonna hurry. Or teleport. We're gonna go to Summerford Farms and we're gonna take our break, and then we will come back and do some more story, guys. We're getting through this area pretty quick, I think. Alright, it's coming to be daytime here, so I'll leave you with this scene and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.